Well, hey there, friends. This is Steph with Beautifully Changed, and I am a life and relationship advisor, just sending some love and positivity your way. So, this is my third episode, so thank you for joining me, and I'm happy to have you here. Today, I was thinking about how important it is to believe in ourselves, right? I remember before I went to college, or maybe it was during my freshman year of college, I'm not sure. But anyway, early on, I had heard someone say that you only need one person to believe in you to make all the difference. Perhaps this was in high school, because I remember thinking, oh, I do have a couple people who believe in me. And luckily, I had a couple, right? Some people feel like they have no one. And so for those of you who feel like you have no one who believes in you, I hope that you become that someone for yourself. And it is pretty fascinating to think about the power of one person's belief in you. And yesterday, I don't know if any of you love Netflix, but I'm a huge fan of Netflix and their streaming. And I noticed that they had a movie called Walt Before Mickey. And I was like, oh, that sounds interesting to me. So, was watching it, and oh my gosh, I learned so much about Walt Disney that I never knew before. Like, I had no idea he had such a struggle at the beginning, and that most people didn't believe in him and thought he was chasing a fantasy. However, his brother believed in him. His brother believed in him hard, and eventually he started believing in himself more and more, even through all the struggles he went through. Now, again, this is a movie, so I don't know much about Walt Disney, so I don't know how much Hollywood added in for, that Hollywood vibe to make the movie more interesting, and how much was actually the life of Walt before Mickey. However, he definitely did have some challenges that he went through. And at one point in the movie, it shows him even eating food out of the garbage. So he definitely was struggling. So he struggled financially. He struggled with his family. Like, he struggled with his dad not believing in him and what he was doing, thinking he was wasting his time, and struggled with some business situations. I mean, and look what he's done. Like, Disney is huge. It's like a huge world corporation now, right? Like, everyone knows Disney. The point is, he definitely had some struggles, but he kept going. He kept chasing his dreams and going for what he believed in himself. So it's like something inside him knew that he could do it. So this is what I'd like to challenge you to do. Whenever there's an obstacle in your way, to see it as something that you can move around or move through. I think there's even a book out there called The Obstacle is the Way. Worth checking out if you'd like. I know for myself, I've always kind of found obstacles to be something, even though it sucks in the moment and I might be really frustrated and like, oh, what's happening right now? And feel really frustrated by it. I've often found that obstacles teach me something, that I can learn something from that. Sometimes it even shows me what my strengths are, and it shows what am I doing well? What am I doing right? And is there something I could tweak? Is there something that I need to shift a little bit within myself or within my surroundings, or maybe with people I'm working with, or whatever it is? Obstacles can definitely provide you information. So I would encourage you to look for the information within the obstacle instead of thinking that the obstacle means that you have to give up and you have no right to be doing what you're doing, and that all the haters are true, or that all the haters are right? Because if you have something that's pulling at your heart, that your gut's saying, this just feels right, believe in yourself enough to do it. Even when it's hard, maybe then those are the times where we pretend we believe in ourselves, or we act as if somebody who does believe in themselves. So we would think of somebody in our mind and be like, okay, how does somebody act who does believe in themselves? Okay, well, there you go. So now just act that way. Act as if somebody who believed in themselves was you. I feel like this life is so long, yet it can be so short, right? So if we spend all this time doubting ourselves and being so worried about what other people might say or what other people might think, we could waste our whole life in thoughts of what if somebody else thinks something negative about me. I learned a long time ago that not everyone is going to like me, and that's okay, because when I stop to think about it, I don't necessarily like everyone. Do you know what I mean? Like, I love everyone, but I don't necessarily want to spend my lunch with everyone per se. Does that make sense? So why would everyone want to have lunch with me, right? And it doesn't make me a bad person. It doesn't make somebody else a bad person. It just makes us different, and that maybe we don't click that well. And so if anything, what I can do from people that, maybe are not my biggest fans, or I would think we would call haters, right? I can just learn from them. Maybe there's something that they're saying in their critiques that is constructive, or perhaps there's things that I can say, oh, okay, so this is what these people are going to focus on. So how can I focus on it first and just get it out of the way? Address it, However, at the end of every single day, you are the one who has to be happy with your life. So you have to do the things that bring you joy, that bring you happiness, that make you feel like you're giving back, that you're making the world a better place. And that all starts with believing in yourself and knowing that you can do this. You've done harder things. Think of the hardest day of your life. You've made it through that. You made it through that terrible, terrible day, and you are still here, and you are strong, and you still love, and you still do kind things. So you've got this. Regardless of what anyone else wants to say, if other people want to, what do they call that? What's that statement? If they want to rain on your parade, right? This usually has so much more to do with them. I always think to myself, if somebody is being really rude or feisty or mean to me, imagine what they say to themselves. Imagine how they treat themselves. So then I just send them love. Because if somebody is that angry, that full of fear and hurt, that they're lashing out at the rest of us, they desperately, desperately need some love. So I just send them love. And I wish them happiness. And then I go on about my day. They don't get to take my day from me. And I hope you'll do the same. I hope you'll find ways to just continue believing in yourself, loving yourself, and sending love to everyone else out there, especially those who are the grumpiest, the feistiest. Just think loving thoughts towards them. Actually, here's a really good tip. I haven't started it myself, but I'm going to, because I just read it yesterday. So I'm reading Tools of Titans, which I absolutely love, by Tim Ferriss. And in it, there's this, he talks about people from his podcast. And Whitney Cummings is in the book. And she talks about one of the things she does before she talks to anyone is she'll first think in her head, I love you. And then she'll go ahead and have her conversation. And it's something that works really well for her. So it's something I'm going to try for myself. So perhaps it's even something you can do when you talk to other people or when you start your day. Think of it and direct it to yourself, right? How awesome would that be if we started every day with, I love you? Like if I woke up in the morning and I said, I love you, Steph. I think that would start my day off in a much different way than if I started it with like, ugh, it's another day. Blah. Another day of nothing going my way. Completely two different days lay ahead of me, depending on how I start it. So use this information as you will. You could use it, you could throw it in the trash, whatever you want to do. Just know that I believe in you, I'm rooting for you, and I'm sending so much love and happiness your way. I want the best for you. And I hope you go out there and enjoy your day, believing in yourself and learning from your obstacles. If you want to share any of your feedback or thoughts, you can go ahead and DM me on Instagram at beautifullychanged, or you can check out my blog at beautifullychanged.com and add a comment to one of my blog posts if you'd like. Okay. Stay beautiful. Bye.